Assalamu alaikum students. This is your teacher Faizan Hashmi and today is lecture number 1 for grade 8 to mathematics. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you in a new class and I wish you best of luck for your upcoming session. So let's start today's lecture. Well, today's lecture is actually a reinforcement session in which we will discuss angles and the following topics or following subtopics will be covered in the topic angles. First we will be seeing what are total angles in a straight line or in a circle, then alternate angles, what are vertically opposite angles, then along with it corresponding angles, sum of angles in a triangle, sum of angles in a quadrilateral, and finally sum of interior angles in a polygon. So we will be discussing these topics today and let's start them one by one. Now, as you know that total angles in a straight line are add up to 180 degrees. Let's say if in a given figure, if I ask you to find x, then you simply subtract 100 from 180 to get this part, as total angle, the both angle will be add up to 180. Now what are alternate angles? For alternate angles, two parallel lines would be given. Here I have mentioned a diagram in which I will explain all three angles, types of angle, that is alternate, vertically opposite or corresponding. Now for alternate angle or corresponding angle, one must consider the fact that parallel lines should be given to you. So if you see these two lines are parallel, so the angle C and angle F will be termed as alternate angles, and both alternate angles would be same. Let's say if this angle is of 32 degree, then angle F would be also equal to 32 degrees. So for alternate angles, one must find the Z in between the parallel line, like this way or even inverted. So these internal angle will be equal in all cases, and that is called your alternate angle. Now vertically opposite, whenever two lines are intersecting, then these two opposite parts will be equal by the definition of vertically opposite angles. So if I refer to this diagram, that angle H here will be equal to this section, and similarly that angle A will be equal to angle D. So these were equal according to the definition of vertically opposite angle. But now what are corresponding angles? Now corresponding angles again will be linked to a parallel lines. For corresponding angles, parallel lines should be given. Let's say these are two parallel lines, so arrow sign will be placed in order to explain that the lines are parallel to each other. Now if another line is intersecting these parallel lines, then here let's say I'm marking this angle here, so this angle would be equal to on the same corresponding section of this angle. So these both angle will be equal according to the definition of corresponding angles. Another pair might be this section would be equal to this part. So that was our corresponding angles. Now as you know that sum of angle in a triangle will definitely be add up to 180 degrees. If you add all these three angles, angle A plus B plus C, then the sum will be add up to 180 degree. Now sum of angles in a quadrilateral, here I have mentioned a diagram. Similarly like triangle, we have a formula that we will study later, but the point that need to be remembered is that sum of angle in a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree. If you add all these four angles, definitely the sum will be equal to 360 degree. Now what if you have other than quadrilateral, as triangle is a three-sided figure, quadrilateral is a four-sided figure. Now what if we have a pentagon or hexagon? So here I have represent a chart for your help. Now sum of interior angles in a polygon. So As you can see, triangle has three sides. The sum would be add up to 180 degree and shape is given in front of them. Now each angle in the case of regular one, if you divide that 180 by 3, then answer would be 60. For quadrilateral, sides are 4, sum of interior angle 360, shape is given to you, and if you divide 360 by 4, then angle would be of 90 degree. So we have expected formula that we have studied in grade 7, that formula would be as per number of sides. If you have any polygon, just substitute the value of n as that of sides. Let's say if you have a pentagon, you will write 5 in place of n, and simplify the value. That is 5 minus 2 into 180, that would be 3 minus 2, and answer would be 540. And for in the case of each angle, if a shape is regular one, you will divide the value by n in order to get the interior angle, each interior angle. So that was the chart which sum of the topic sum of interior angle in a polygon. Now let's solve few questions of same topic. Now I have taken few questions in which you are asked to find the unknown angles in a given figure, and definitely you would need to apply the above mentioned formulas or the definition of angles. Now in this case, AB is parallel to CD is given to you. It means you can apply the concept of alternate angles and corresponding angles. Even vertically opposite angle can be seen as two lines are intersecting. Many lines are actually intersecting with each other. Now, so starting with the simplest one, let's say if I try to find out that D, so I know that SR is a straight line. This is a straight line. So angle in a straight line is add up to 180 degrees. So I will write D plus 106 would be equal to 180 degrees. So D would be 180 minus 106 degrees. So your D angle would be of 74 degrees. So I have calculated D. Now you can see D and C are corresponding angles. So you will write D will be equal to C is equal to 74, as they are by the definition of, they are equal by the definition of corresponding angles. Now if you see C and B as line AB and RS are intersecting lines, so by the definition of vertically opposite angle, B would also be equal to C. D was equal to C by the definition of corresponding angles. Now C is equal to B by the definition of, that would also be equal to 74, as by the definition of vertically opposite angle. I will write out. Now this section of the figure tells you that A and 54 both are corresponding angles. So you will write directly A is equal to 54 degrees, and by the definition of corresponding angles. So that was a simple question I have done. Now let's take another part. The picture, although picture is blurred, but you can see that if I try to find out the value of A would be equal to 117 by the definition of vertically opposite angle. Why? Because these two lines are intersecting and the opposite angle will be equal by the definition of vertically opposite angle. Now let's say if I try to find out the value of B, I know that again by the definition of corresponding angles, your B would be equal to 117 degrees. Why? By the definition of corresponding angles, it's correspond. So corresponding angles. Now C, if you try to find out the value of C, you know that it's a straight line. So these two sections will add up to 180 degrees. So how will you write? You will write angle B plus C degree would be equal to 180 degree. And if you try to find out the value of C, so that would be 180 minus 117, So final value of C would be 63 degree. So up till now we have find the value of A, B and C. Now D is left. Now D is corresponding to which one? If you see whether then Z is forming or not. So if you see, you can find out that part D is corresponding to this one. So D is corresponding to this part. So D would be equal to 78 degrees directly, again by the definition of corresponding angles, as both are correspond to each other. So it's a bit simple one. We have calculated all unknown variables. A by the definition of vertically opposite angle, angle B by corresponding, C angle in a straight line, and by D again the corresponding. Now let's move on to a bit difficult question, which is again comprises of two different triangles. Now again they are saying in the figure ABC, ADF and BDE are straight lines. The point has to be noted here that the lines are not parallel, so we cannot apply the formula or angles of vertically opposite of corresponding. No, we can apply the vertically opposite angle but not of corresponding or alternate ones. Now they are asking us to find the value of B and C. So in first part I have seen that one must see that the two lines are intersecting. So the two lines are intersecting, then this angle D here must be equal to 93 as per the definition of a vertically opposite angle. So in order to find B, how to write an equation? As sum of angle in any triangle is 180, so I will write B plus 93 degrees plus 33 is equal to 180 degrees. So by simplifying this equation further, B degrees would be equal to 180 degree minus 93 degrees minus 33 degree. So B would be equal to 54 degrees. Now how to find that value of C? In order to find the value of C, one must find this section first, again by the definition of sum of angle in a triangle. This portion will be find out, then it will be subtracted from 180, as total angle in a straight line are also 180. So first I am trying to find this unknown part, again by using the formula. Let it be let's say x degrees. So I will write my equation as 41 plus 93 degrees plus x degrees would be equal to 180. So by simplifying this equation, x degrees would be equal to 46. Here I have marked it as 46 degrees. So if you try to find out the value of C, as we know that 180 degree plus C, 46 degrees plus C degrees will be add up to 180 degrees, as angle in a straight line are also 180. So your C would be equal to 180 minus 46, and the final answer would be 134 degrees. So in this way I have successfully find all the unknown angles. Now that is the question which is related to a polygon. They are asking us to find the value of A in this pentagon. As we know that for pentagon our number of sides will be 5. So as per above mentioned formula, sum of angles in a polygon would be sum of total angles in a pentagon would be n minus 2 into 180. So 5 minus 2 into 180. So your total angle would be of 540 degrees. It means if you adding up all these 5 angles, the answer would be 540. We have concluded it. Now make an equation. How to make an equation? You will write 2a degrees plus 133 degrees plus 48 degrees plus 142 degrees plus 93 would be add up to 540, and you can simply find the value of A, as A would be equal to 2a would be equal to 540 and minus 133 minus 48 minus 142 minus 93. So that is a linear equation, and by making a the subject, one must conclude that your a would be 62 degrees. So that was our another example in which we have find the value of unknown variable, that was it. Now it's time for your home assignment. Now students, your home assignment is from review exercise chapter 11, that is on page number 291, and only 4 parts are needed to be solved of question number 2. So that was your home assignment. Till then, Allah Hafiz, enough for today.